So we're going to take a look at passive. What exactly does passive mean? That somebody's acting passively. Often means not participating even. So let's take a look. So when you have a mindset and behaviors that are in the passive end, and by the way, there's no blame involved in this. What we're looking at is a pattern of behavior often established in childhood that feels like your natural self, but it was probably an adaptation to an environment where it wasn't okay to speak up, that you maybe got into trouble if you speak up. So the person with the passive perspective has the belief, I have no rights. You have all the rights, whoever you are, the other. I'm not okay, and you are okay. We certainly want to move to a position of, I'm okay, and you are okay. We both deserve to be heard, and we both deserve to be listened to. Also in the passive arena, there's some behaviors that turn up. You tend not to express your wants or your thoughts. You often sometimes play martyr or poor little me and submit to the wishes of others and defer to others. It's common for somebody who's passive to say, oh, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want. You do what you want. I support whatever you kind of look at that person and say, who are you? Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I don't know what delights you. How would I possibly treat you when it's always whatever you want, whatever you want? What main emotions, feelings, do you believe the passive perspective comes from? Typical feelings of someone who has been in that pattern of passiveness for years to keep themselves safe, to look after their nervous system the best they can, is they often feel helpless, anxious, hopeless, frustrated, judged, often resentful, and disconnected. The intention often is to please and to get approved. And this goes back to many people's childhood. They did not get attention or approval if they spoke up. They may have grown up in a family where that wasn't okay. Why are you supposed to do what you do? You do it because I said so. And so just many people got shut down when they were kids. And so they developed this pattern that, oh, if I just do what I can to please and get approval and be liked at all costs, keep my mouth closed, be known as the good child, then all will be well. Their goal is often to avoid the conflict and to receive love, approval, and connection. Connection wins out always, but in this urge to connect, they actually ended up being disconnected because people don't really know what they want or need. But everybody, all humans, all dogs and cats, if you have a dog and cat in your life, they all long for connection, regardless of our behavior. Okay, and how do other people feel? If you're interacting with somebody who's passive, I don't know, you do what you want, it's whatever you want. But how about we go dancing? Do you want to go dancing? I love to dance. Do you want to go dancing? I'd love to go dancing. Oh, whatever you want. And you know how they get up on the dance floor when they get there? Oh, great. If you've ever tried to interact with somebody who's passive, won't participate, won't let you know what would please them, how do you end up feeling? Frustrated, right? I feel frustrated. Drained, yes, it's exhausting. I want to love you, but who are you? What do you want? Yes, and you feel unappreciated. And how can you do something pleasant for somebody and get appreciated when you can't even figure out, or they won't share with you what would please them? It's your birthday. What would be your favorite dessert? Would it be the ice cream cake, or would you like to make a carrot cake? Oh, whatever you want. Oh, how frustrating. Yeah, and feeling disconnected. In the end, The person who comes from a passive perspective avoids confrontation, avoids being blamed, doesn't risk disapproval, so keeps pretty hidden, is not seen or heard, doesn't do anything wrong, but in the end, yes, disconnected. That is so sad. And don't have the skills to do relationship repair to come back in connection. Okay. So we're going to define aggressive, which is at the other end. I've put the little monster there, inspired by Pat Palmer's book, The Mouse, the Monster, and Me. Aggressive. I have all the rights, you have no rights, I'm okay, and you are not okay. That's the position that I'm thinking bully boss right now. Yeah, tends to fit with somebody who bullies and blames. The behavior, definitely you know what they want. Sounds more like, demands. They violate other people's rights. They put down and blame others. They name call. They might yell. Very, lots of power and energy. And they sometimes can threaten or act violently. The intention is get their own way, right? Dominate, have control. If somebody has an aggressive pattern, they're less likely to come for therapy because they have that position, I'm okay and you're not. And if they do come, it's really interesting that the therapist is not okay, and they try to spend their session convincing me that I'm not okay. Well, hurt people. So both of these patterns, the passive pattern to survive and the aggressive pattern to survive, are rooted in trauma. And it's, how do I keep myself safe? Well, this person's their intention is also to keep themselves feeling emotionally safe. And other people end up suffering. Well, passive, if you're paired up with a passive person, the pain is different than the pain of being paired up with the aggressive person. What's your guess of the main feelings of this pattern, the person who has adapted this pattern to stay safe? Angry, bitter. Bitter is a very accurate word. They're often bitter about life, aren't they? Just know this is a pattern. It's not that we're judging or saying this person is unworthy or any name calling. Yeah, they feel dominant. That has them feeling safe. I want you to go into mindset. How might this person be feeling and want to be attending those feelings so that they feel safe? Fear, yes. Unworthiness, yes. Unworthiness is a feeling. I feel unworthy. There's an energy to it. Let me just share with you that the typical ones are feeling powerful and a lot of anger. Angry is always a secondary emotion. It's such a comfort to know that. What's secondary emotion mean? It means you have another emotion first that often you don't recognize in people that feel afraid or hurt. Often flip right into anger rather than saying, I feel hurt. Do you see how you can hear the words, I feel hurt, I feel scared, easier than I feel angry? Oh, this is all about communicating. And they feel agitated. They're not getting what they want, and there's this fear that comes in, and they have the anxiety as well. High anxiety often. And definitely they're disconnected. Their goals are to get their own wants, desires, and goals met. I want it, and I want it now. I'll never forget my dad saying, I want dinner on the table now, regardless of my mother not feeling well, right? It's now. Yeah. And how do we feel? Oh my goodness, when you're with somebody who's aggressive, how do you feel? What are the words? Afraid. Absolutely, Marie, for afraid, because these people, if they escalate high enough, it ends up in being physical. And my mother regretted that all her life, that she didn't say this isn't okay for you to be name calling and yelling and threatening and hitting. You can see how the aggressive and the passive can so easily feed on one another. Always afraid, yes. And the result, passive person keeps telling themselves, no, I don't count. And this person, I'm better than you. No baby was born believing they were better than somebody else. This is called arrogance, and it's no baby feels arrogant either. No baby goes around saying, I'm okay and you're not. No, this is a coping pattern that gets developed for survival. And the result is disconnect from other people. When we have the disconnect, we're at risk for mental health issues. So now, take a breath. I just want to take a breath. Here, we get to be in the middle. My latest book is Return to Center, which is really about spending more time in this pattern of being assertive. But you have to come to yourself, be centered, be with yourself, connected so you can be with yourself and connect with other people. So this is exciting to move to this position. And in this position, both of our rights are important. I'm okay and you are okay. Behavior, we both are expressing what we want. We're both expressing our thoughts. We're both expressing feelings of loving. We're open, we're honest, we're direct, we feel safe here. We listen, we share, we have conversations. We're willing to be influenced by the other, and we're willing to influence the other. And we use clear boundaries. And what is the intention? Well, connection's definitely there, and to communicate in a way that we can be there for one another. And the intention is to have caring, loving, healthy relationships and connection. And I hope that you have 1, 2, and even 3 confidants where you have this sense of, I can ask questions, I can share my feelings, I can share my opinions, I can even talk about politics without us going on like this. And you're assertive and the other person's being assertive. When we're in that space of connection, how do we feel? Oh my goodness, let those emotions and those feelings just flow on the chat box. Let's just really celebrate the ability to find those spaces and times and people that we can truly be connected to. And I'm seeing words like safe and valued and known and comfortable, worthy, feeling heard, feeling understood, feeling comfortable. Yes, these are all calming. And just feel yourself coming back to yourself, feeling important, happy, settled. Settled's a very good word. You know that you're expressing an emotion when you can feel it in the body, in the somatics. That's how we feel when we're in that place of assertiveness. And what are the goals? To have a win-win for both, to accept not always getting our own way, to relate in a healthy give and take communication. How do others feel? How do you feel when somebody's being assertive and said, you know what would be the highlight of my birthday is if you made me a handmade birthday card. That's what I'd love. Let people love you, support you, valued, appreciated, loved, valued. Yes, all those beautiful feelings. And the result is we have healthy connections. We know when it's time to hug, we know it's time to shake hands. We've clued into the other person's persona, their desires, their wants, how they operate in the world. And indeed, and it increases both of our confidence